decide to link on the Facebook. How does you can write something like go to Facebook and watch live, and then you can put something like quite decide to how does you balance? For Twitter you can for Anyiko PR because we'll be doing my own. Why did you decide to? Oh, you did? How did you balance? Oh, so you can do that? Yeah. How did you get internet? Okay, I'll be fine with it. So you can why did you decide to? How did you balance? Why did you decide to go to how did you balance? How are you able to balance? Because you have to this one, yeah? Yeah? How can I why did you decide to? That's the one you're using. How did you balance? Yes. And then you can be cutting it in case you want to do something else. You can also do Insta stories, right? And then you go live. Why did you decide to? How did you balance? How are you balance? Because you have to umenifuata sana angalia hapa nasema najua ku profile ngoma imenaje jana habari zenyu nzuri sasa karibuni Nairobi Jam. See, all you guys can understand Swahili na Sheng na English, we tend to mix. So this is the 9th edition, started in January. We featured lots of artists and lots of speakers. So this month, I have a very, I was really challenged. I think the festivals we do in Kenya is about, 4,000 people, and it's a day, isn't it? So you're talking about 5,000 people. Like they turn a space into a city for 5 days or for a whole week. Huh? Interesting. But yeah, I'll be sharing kwa wananifuata kwa Facebook na Instagram, Twitter, najifigia debe. Everyone knows Ndech. There's like a picture hapo mnaweza cheki what my experience was. So in case unataka kusimama mahali vile Wakikuyu sema koroga mahado. Tuko na washrooms hapa. So today we also have 2 amazing bands playing later. One is Pato, and the honor. You guys have to listen to that guy. He's the next big thing hapa kwa hii nchi. And then of course Sarabi. See, wengenyu mnamesia Sarabi. They're rebranding, some new sounds, some new music. Yeah, like, Sauti Souls, Unasi. So everybody used to meet there. And that's, Anyiko is very rounded. Eh? She's a blogger, she's a publisher, she's a PR person. Yofanya karibu kila kitu. And she used to be a presenter too. Do you still do that? On YouTube now. You have a vlog. It's a vlog. I mean, wow. You'll talk about that when you come. So, without much further ado, Anyiko karibu. 2005, 2006?
Nilikuja 2000 and officially 2006, because I was going to start university in 2007. So
gap year.
Exactly. I came during the gap year and I was like, what am I going to do? Umekuja Nairobi, wesi wa huku, hauna transport, unataka kwenda concert, hauna pesa ya kulipia, you know. So I started hanging out at Goethe. I started hanging out at the Alliance Française. So I was just going in between Goethe and Alliance. And I remember very well, we used to come to Goethe and go to Alliance and check the posters to see if there's a concert for free. So if you see there's a free concert, that's, you know, okay, Friday I have a plan. So that's how it started. Yeah.
So that I'm always curious because kila mtu akikuja Nairobi, there's always a motivation behind it.
Okay.
What was your motivation? I know school was,
Yeah.
But did you think like maybe Nairobi would open up something new for me?
Of course. Mi nilikam Nairobi to meet artists. Najua. Issa actually passed away after he performed in Nakuru. I was in Nakuru High School. Ile siku Issa alikam ku perform in Nakuru. Everybody sneaked out from school to go see Issa, you know, at the club. And I wanted to go, but I was like, a girl going out, sneaking out of school at night to go to a concert, you know. But the reason why I wanted to see Issa is because in my heart and in my knowledge, like, that type of music, you know, made me so proud to be Kenyan, made me proud of our industry. And so I was like, nikimaliza shule naenda Nairobi, I'm going to meet Issa, I'm going to meet Nameless, I'm going to meet Jua Kali. It was those three people. I'm like, sijui nitawapata wapi, lakini nitaenda. I even remember the first video of Jua Kali, Ruka. It was like shot in Kibera or something. So I was even finding out, what's the location of that video shoot? Nitaenda huko kwenye ilishutiwa. I'm going to ask people, whoever was there, give me Jua Kali's number. So when I came to Nairobi, I was like it was like Apple. So we're just standing there waiting for the matatu. And then I think it was me, my mom, and my brother. And that time I was young. I was probably 10 or 11. Then this policeman comes and he was like, mnafanya nini hapa? Mnafanya nini hapa saizi? So my mom and my bro are like quiet. And I was like, I told the policeman, what have we done? Like, kuna makosa tumefanya? Hakuna makosa tumefanya, toka hapa. And then from that day, I wanted to be a police woman because I thought I will be a better police woman. But then growing up, seeing the police situation in this country, I was just like, I don't think I want to be a police woman. And then I wanted to be a lawyer because I just felt like I could, you know, fight for some people's rights and stuff like that. And again, I kind of looked at the industry of lawyers as like, it's going to take me a while to do this. And I just could see how some lawyers just represent people who have money and not because they're innocent. And I was like, nah. So it was a long time when I actually didn't know what I was going to do. Even by the time I was in Form 4, sikuwa najua nitafanya nini. You know, even when I was saying I'm coming to Nairobi to meet Issa, you know, you're going to meet Nameless and then, when ni nani? Hi, Nameless, when ni nani?
But you had interest in music. You sang at the Lost Choir.
I did, but I wasn't a great singer, right? Sikuwa naimba poa, nilikuwa naimba poa kwa choir. No, people who sing well in a choir, but they can't sing well by themselves.
Ulikuwa line ngapi kwa nini? Ulikuwa kwa nyuma?
Ilikuwa line ya 3. So that's the thing. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I know I want to do something in music, but I can't sing properly. I was like, sometime be a Nameless Nini. So it was a long time when I didn't know what I was going to do. And just throwing myself into the art space, throwing myself at Goethe and Alliance, you know, made me network with artists, you know, similar artists. A lot of the artists I network with then were starting their careers, you know, the likes of Sauti Sol, the likes of Sarabi. And I just started to be part of their journey. So I found myself through the artists who knew what they were doing. Mi nilikuanga tu hapo ndani.
Kwa hizo spaces, ndio?
Yeah.
Interesting enough. So you met Chimano?
Yes, my best friend. By the way, Chimano is my best friend. Where are the girls who want Chimano's number?
Wajua Chimano?
Hakuna?
In fact,
nobody wants Chimano's number?
Truly,
mnataka namba ya nani basi niwapatie?
In fact, mi nilikuwa najua mna push.
Okay. Hold this for me. Yes.
Your best yenyu nakumbuka mkienda kuchukua ma 3.
Yes.
You guys were always holding hands nini. So there were those mamas katikati. Kuna kitu hapo endelea between now. You guys were such amazing friends. But then it opened something it was like a genesis of whatever you've become now.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, me and Shimano have been best friends from the first day we met. You know, when you come to Nairobi and you don't know people, you don't have a conversation starter. Huwezi kutana na mtu hapo nje alios unaweza kuambia unajua mimi nimetoka kwa village. I was like, why can't I write for this newspaper if I'm not studying print? I mean, I want to write. And at that time I was actually thinking, should I study print and not broadcast? You know, when you have to pick one, and I'm like, I'm not sure I want to study broadcast. And I blog. So if you just search anyiko.blog, you find my blog. Hey, kuna stories, as in I write about travel, I do interviews with artists, I write about my life, I write about music reviews, top albums or whatever I'm listening to. So how the blog started, it was a school assignment, and it was, I don't know what subject it was, but the lecturer said, part of this assignment, you have to have a blog. So, you know what people do. Ukiambiwa kitu na your big sister, ukiambiwa kitu na your mom, ukiambiwa kitu na lecturer, you're like, you're gonna do it for the sake. Ukiambiwa kitu job, you're like, you're gonna do it for the sake. Niliambiwa kitu, but I didn't want to do it for the sake. So I started...
What magazine?
Entertainment magazine show.
Yeah, magazine.
Yeah.
Mnakumbuka Grapevine? Huh?
Nani alini watch kwa Grapevine? Ama all you are too young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you end up at Grapevine, and then you have this even much larger platform now to talk.
Hata story ya Grapevine nikiwaambia mtabelieve. Unajua, because I used to watch Grapevine when I was in Molo, because you're in the village, you're like, first we didn't have like DSTV. Of course we didn't have DSTV. Come on, like, so tulikuwa na watch KBC, KTN. Kulikuwa tuna shows stations ka tatu. I don't even think Citizen was there then. I don't even think so. So I used to watch Grapevine and watch this entertainment show, and I see, hey, these are things happening in Nairobi. I'm like, I want to be part. Sasa Grapevine ikiisha, nilikuwa naangalia credits. Naangalia reporter, I don't know what. I saw the producer, JB Ohaga. So I said, nikienda Nairobi, naenda kutafuta huyu mtu. So when I came to Nairobi, I used to come to concert at Goethe, at Alliance. Then I see cameramen. I come and say, umetoka wapi wewe? KTN, umetoka KBC. Okay. Umetoka Grapevine. Nikamwambia natafuta JB Ohaga. And I remember they looked at me like, unatafuta JB, unajua JB ni nani na we ni nani? And I was just like, natafuta JB. So they told me, the reporters, they're like, he's the producer of the show. He never really comes around, but if you're lucky another day you'll find him. Nikaitisha namba wakata kunipatia. So every time I meet them, I'm like, leo mmekuja na JB hapana. Leo mmekuja na JB hapana. Siku ingine wakaniambia tumekuja na yeye. So nikamsalimia nikamwambia, yo, I love you guys. I love your show. I love what you guys are doing for the industry. I'm from Molo. I've been watching you guys. And I wanted to just say hi and say like, mnafanya kazi poa. Like in case you guys need any assistance, you need somebody to be interviewed, I'm ready. So they were like, because tunakujanga concerts, watu wataki kuulizwa how was the concert. Like, mimi niko ready. So ikaanza tu hapo, every time tunakutana Lyon ama Goethe wananiambia kuja hapa, simama hapa, how was the concert? I'm like, it was dope, nini. Then I call my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm going to be on Grapevine tonight. Mama wangu anasema, how? Namwambia hivyo tu, nimekutana na watu wa Grapevine wameni interview. Then she was like, okay. And then tena namcall tena namwambia siku ingine, Mom, I'm going to be on Grapevine again. The Grapevine people are my friends. And I remember Mom used to ask me, is everybody your friend? But I guess when you're a PR person, everybody is your friend. So already nilikuwa mtu wa PR a long time ago without knowing. So ilianza tu hivyo, nikachukua namba ya producer. Kila siku nikaanza kumsumbua, namtumia messages, namtumia text. Namwambia, I think I can host your show better than the host of the show. I can do a better job than her.
Unachoma mtu mwingine.
Namtumia tu live. And then he was like, it doesn't work like that. We've had this host for a long time. She's good. I still be calling him. I just call him a random day. Now, nipatie tu chance. I can do a better job. I can up this show. Niko na ideas. I was like, I have ideas. I want to interview artists. Nataka kuenda kufanya madocus, And he's like, it doesn't work like that. So I used to bother him. Namtumia text. Alafu nilikuwa na BBC naenda huko nikifanya internship. So natoka University of Nairobi where I'm studying, I work to BBC which used to be at Kijabe Street them days. So ukitoka university, you go to Kijabe Street, you have to pass via KBC, which is opposite this hotel. Norfolk Hotel. So sometimes I used to bump into him. I'm like, please, just give me a chance. Nilimsumbua sana mpaka kuna siku nilikuwa namtext na mcall hashiki simu. So one day we were hanging out with my friends, Oki, here in Chimano. We used to like going to this restaurant on Koinange Street. What was it called? T-Spot. Yes. It's not even Koinange Street, but the street adjacent to Koinange. We used to just sit there because there was like a window. So kuna katu hapo, tuna order coffee or tea, and we sit there the whole afternoon planning our lives, saying the things we want to do. And so we're just sitting there, and I received a phone call from the producer, and he's like, uko wapi? I'm like, niko town. Unaweza kuja KBC? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay, I need you to do a test run for TV, because the host of the show is leaving, and we need you to audition. And so when I went, I thought there was going to be so many other people and stuff, but there's nobody. It was only me. And then they just gave me a script. We did a test run. And they actually brought the lady who founded the show, because it wasn't my producer then, JB. There was another lady called Jackie Duboy. So she came, and I didn't even have time to prepare. Like, nilifika tu hivi nikaambiwa, okay, fanya kama una present kwa TV. So hizo siku nilikuwa najongelesha kwa Mira, you know. So I had some, nilikuwa nime prep, like I was like, nikienda kwa TV, that's what I'm gonna do. But I think for this moment that it was like poetry I was reciting. It wasn't natural. And so
other shows tulikuwa tunafanya kwa spaces ndogo ndogo, but you're always there digging. Show iko crooked cues, iko wapi, iko kona gani, you're always there.
I mean, to be honest, I loved Grapevine, and I miss Grapevine. And those days I used to be heartbroken because I was like, kwa nini hakuna shows zingine, you know, kama Grapevine? But things have changed. Unajua, hizi si zile enzi kulikuwa tu na Grapevine. You know, we have Late 360, there was Studio 50, I don't know, 3. There's I don't know, there's many shows. There's Arena 254 on K24. But when I was doing Grapevine, there was nothing else. Unajua hakukuwa na show ingine. So it was a challenging time for our industry, because there was so much, you know, artists cropping up. There were so many concerts, but it's only one show, which is like 40 minutes. Amata is less than 40 minutes. So I was really trying, you know, to be somewhere and to showcase somebody who deserves the opportunity. And that's why I introduced the segment ilikuwa inaitwa link up segment, where I was interviewing artists. So walikuwa tu wanakuja, tunasimama hapo KBC hapo kwa Darkness, tunafanya interview, unajua. But kila mtu tu anakaa, unajua, naita Nameless. I'm like, Nameless amekam KBC, Mad Tracks amekam KBC, Big Pin amekam KBC. So ilianza tu hivyo. And I appreciate, you know, KBC and my producer, everyone who I worked with, for giving me the opportunity, because so many people want the opportunity, but they don't get it, you know. So when I got the opportunity, I was like, I don't want to waste this opportunity. Even the first day, they were like, write some TV scripts. Na mi sijai ona TV scripts, unajua, but because I'm a blogger, I was just like, wrote some stories, and they were like, this is dope. So they made me like start writing scripts, but I never looked at it as if they're making me work. You know, that's the attitude people have, especially at workspaces. They're like, mbona nafanyishwa kitu yenye si kazi yangu? Unajua, for me, I was like, I'm going to do something that's not my work because I want to learn more, and it's going to make me better. So by the time I was leaving Grapevine, I was already a co-producer of the show, a scriptwriter, and a host. You know, I never wanted to be just the host. I never wanted to be just the pretty face on TV. But nikianza, I was the pretty face on TV. But over the years, like I learned so much.
So your journey is very connected to Sauti Souls.
Yeah.
And I know you started just as a buddy.
Yeah.
You hang out na Chimano, akakuintroduce to BN,
yeah,
to Delvaux, then Fancy Fingers, akakam.
Yeah.
And then whatever you were doing, I don't know if, did you know what you were doing for them was some kind of PR, publishing or anything?
No.
Ilikuwa tu ni
mimi, I was just assisting. Unajua, hata sikuwahi fikiria ati I'm doing PR. I just was there. Nilikuwa tu hapo nikisaidia. And then the thing with Sauti Sol and my friends, like when we started out, they're actually Sauti. I always say we because we were always we. Hata wako wanaitwa Sauti Sol. Unajua, first of all, it started with me and Chimano. Chimano alikuwa ananiambia story ya my boys wengine. He's like, I was in school with these guys and we're thinking of starting a group. What do you think? But I'm the kind of person, if you ask me anything, I think I'll tell you, go for it. Unajua, I mean, who am I or who's anybody to tell you can't do it? Hata kama nafikiria wezi do it, mi ndakwambia tu go for it. So when he asked me, like, we want to start a group, I was like, cheers, unajua. Then now, me and Chimano were singing in the choir at Alliance, and Chimano told me, imekuwa nikiambia mabeste wangu what we're doing, and they want to be part, so kuna mwenendo wa Biena atakuja kuimba hapa, but I was like, mtu hawezi kuja kuimba kwa choir ya Alliance na wewe si wa Alliance. He was like, but anaitwa Biena, imekuwa na French name. I was like, no, that I don't think will work. But Chimano was like, wewe unajua uko na power ya kuconvince watu, enda tu uko uongeleshe choir master, atakubali. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So tukaenda kwa choir master, tukamwambia, give this dude a chance, unajua. Alafu this dude, I've never seen him, I've never heard him sing, but I've gone there to ask for his opportunity as if I know him, because I believed what Chimano was telling me. So choir master said, it's fine, you know, he can come. So I remember that day we were waiting for Bien up outside Alliance Alikuja. He was so excited, like, Mama, I made it, you know, and he was super thin, super ugly. Alikuwa ashi huku na huku. Alafu alikuwa amevaa shorts fupi hivi, alafu juni mrefu, tumiguu tunatokezea. I was like, this guy. So tukaenda, akaimba. Aliimba vizuri, paka alipatiwa the lead.
Akaacha kuparara.
Yeah, akaacha kuparara. So after tuimbe kwa hiyo choir, after hiyo choir ishe, ndio saa tulika hivi mi Chimano and BN, and they were like, okay guys, we had a good run, unajua tutafanya nini after this choir imeisha? And that's when they were like, we're gonna start Sauti. So they called up Savara, and then the day they met Fancy Fingers, I wasn't there, but apparently they were just sitting outside Alliance just playing music, and then Fancy alikuwa amekuja ku audition for some guitar thing. And then they were like, oh, you're a guitarist? Yeah, we are Sauti. Do you want to join us? And I was like, sure. Evo too. So tukakuanga tu the 4 of us, you know, ni 4 ama 5. Okay, 4 of them plus me. Wanacheza tu music. Nilikuwa na record kwa simu yangu. I was the coolest chick then. Hata kama nilikuwa nimetoka mall, I was cool. I had a phone that could record, I think, audio something. So I used to record the audios of them singing. I remember Lazizi, you know, it being written. Nilikuwa nenda home, I played to my friends, I played to my sister, I played to my mom. I'm like, guys, my friends, they're called Sauti. What do you think about this villain sound? They're like, they're dope, you know. So we wanted, I always say we again because it was a journey like we took together. We really were looking for, what is the word? Like acceptance. Kwa nataka tu mtu aseme nimekuona ama nimekusikia ama you're good. So we were just looking for that. So everybody I met was just like, listen, these are my friends. Wanasoundaje, unajua. And then I go back to them, I'm like, my sister said you guys are dope. My family said you guys are dope. Hivyo tu.
Tulikuwa kila mtu alikuwa kujua kwa industry. Ule demo wa Sauti Sol.
Yeah.
Kila place ukikam lazima hata cash ulikuwa ni Anyiko anacheza lakini umesikiza Sauti Sol.
Yeah.
Your persistence, you know, like I think it really played a big role kwa vijana, sio? Of course ni mabuda. But that you kept on insisting, and then I remember one day tulicheza show big sana na Sauti Sol. There was a South African lady who came a jazz singer at museum. Unakumbuka hiyo show? Ilikuwa inaina
Lavis.
No, it was at the museum.
Imagine sikumbuki, mimi usahau vitu. Mpaka siku hizi nakutana na watu wananiambia, "Hey, ulipusha my boys." I met some other dude, he was like some CEO of some company.
You remember when she came to Nairobi?
Sikumbuki, imagine.
And Sauti Sol.
I honestly don't.
For me that was remember. The first time tulikuwa kwa stage moja na Sauti Sol.
Okay.
Amazing, and they did an amazing show. Bado walikuwa waoga. But nakumbuka bado timu yao inataka kuonyesha hata mnyime. Then I was playing for Anyiko. Si tulikuwa tunajijua, sasa tulikuwa fiti, tulikuwa poa. So nyinyi mlituopenia tukani. So I remember nakumbuka
By the way, nimekumbuka we were shitting our pants when like you're going to perform.
But we encourage you guys to encourage. Tunaambia kinabia mnakaa vijana. Mwache miadarati. Mtafika. But ilikuwa fiti sana. You know, they've always excited me. It's one of my favorite groups in Kenya, really.
Yeah.
Because their journey, you know, kuona mara ya kwanza wakicheza hapa Leons kwa bench and all they become. Yeah. But then we tend to forget the people who are behind.
Yeah.
Hizi majina kubwa.
Yeah.
Ndio. I think many groups was nafikiria tu you just need a manager and kila kitu iko fiti.
Yeah.
Hata mimi nataka leo kuskuliwa. So Anyiko is a publisher.
Publicist,
yeah. No umedu, it was by default. Si kitu tulikuwa umeamua utadu kwa live.
Yeah. Actually, nikiwa shule nilikuwa naona watu wa PR, they are so boring. I was like, who wants to study PR? And I just thought like saying I'm a PR person like is such a boring thing. But I was like saying I'm a media personality, saying I can be on radio. That was exciting for me, right? And so during my journey with Sauti, I took pride in the fact that I was a media personality. Unajua ilikuwa inanifurahisha sana kufikiria. I got my own show, you know, I'm writing for different publications, and the idea of thinking I could host anybody I wanted, any artist who I like, who I'm passionate about, I can host on my show. Ilikuwa inani make so happy. But then I didn't realize that as I was doing that, I was actually doing promo for the people. Like for me, I was just like, I'm promoting somebody I like. But then at some point, even at KBC, I remember the program's controller called my producer and was like, kwani hii show ni ya Sauti Sol? Kwa sababu hiyo time ndo walikuwa naanza, then there were videos that came out. You know, so I was even going to the editor, I'm like, leo na play Lazizi. Next Monday una play Blue Uniform. Hiyo ingine una play Sunny Days. As in show Kisha, I was just like plugging them shamelessly. I think that's the first lesson to being an artist or being a publicist. You have to be shameless about your brand. Like, kwa nini unaogopa kushare? Unajua, don't be afraid to share. Even if it's on social media, that's something. You know, maybe you're not getting on some national TV or radio station, but you got like some 100 fans. Why not share with them? Unajua, and then share yourself in your authenticity. Si lazima every day ati unapost vitu za photoshoot nini. Saa ingine ukiwa tu umeamka, unajua, ama umekutana tu na fan amesema, oh, I love your music, you know, take a picture, share, you know, document your life. Yeah. Yep.
So
mtu mmoja amenifeel hapa, thanks.
Amina kufeel. So nataka kuconnect hizo dots. Because I think this is the first time nime host. No, you're an artist. And then itakuwa wrong kusema you're not an artist, but nimekuwa na bring musicians sana.
Okay.
Speak. So we've been talking a lot about music and everything. Not much about publishing.
Yes.
And to me PR side of everything.
Okay.
So nataka kuconnect. So
okay.
Si mind hata mimi leo najaribu kufikiria vile nda kuleta nini. Uingie pale nataka. So
najua unataka nienda wapi? Niende hapo, I know. Should I go there?
Next, tunaingia hapo. Msimaini nilikuwa nimeandika notes nimekuwa na profile dem for nearly a month. Nimemchimba alafu leo nikasave kwa nini Jozi ka lost. Nikamwambia besa nimezitafuta juu mbona vile nimetafuta word. But unajua mali nataka kuenda.
Najua.
Unataka utenda hapo?
Najua unataka kwenda wapi? Najua unataka kujua how I broke from like being a media personality to a PR person.
Because it's because what I see with journalists mainly ni wakitoka kwa nini either they go to another station or another sindio. But then unatoka huko unaruka sidi ya muziki kabisa.
Exactly. Yeah. So first of all, siku anataka kuruka from one media to another because watu wa Kenyan media people, I'm gonna say this, wanapenda kuruka sana. You know, it's not about being on this station and not being in another. It's about what you're doing at the station where you are, the content you're producing. during my 7-year stint at Grapevine, I had so many people ask me, but unafanya nini KBC? Unafaa kukua KTN, peleka hiki to Citizen. Not ijalishi kama niko KTN ama, it's about just changing the channel. Unajua, na kwanza saizi ijalishi anything if it's on TV, because anything can also be online. But at that time, watu walikuwa very much TV. People are not thinking online then. So I didn't want to be another media personality jumping from one station to another because of money. I thought about it, but I was like, no. Nitaka hapa KBC na ile show inafahamu what Kenyan music industry needs. Nita promote iyo industry from here. Nitakuwa proud of it, tajali ati niko KBC. Nitabeba flag ya KBC so high. And then while at KBC and while helping my friends Sauti Sol, helping them, I was not like working for them. I was working for them and with them, but I didn't know I was working for them and with them. I thought I was helping them and I'm helping my friends. That means sikuwa nalipwa na sikuwa hata nafikiria kuitisha any money. I started getting paid by Sauti Sol after, I think, year 6. I worked with Sauti Sol for 10 years. Nilianza kulipwa year 6. Nilianza kulipwa ile siku Marek ali come on board as their manager. And then he was like, you guys, are you serious? This chick has been working for you guys and kumbe you're not paying her. And even me was like, oh, kumbe I can get paid.
Will you backdate?
Yeah, siku backdate, but I was like, kumbe ningekuwa nalipwa. So, yeah, so I wasn't even getting paid, I was just doing stuff.
And just before you say your next sentence, I keep telling people, when you want people to represent you, be it a manager, a publicist, kitu ya kwanza lazima mkwe mabeste, lazima apende hustle yako.
Yes.
Because there's no way mtu atakusaidia ku-market kitu alike, sindio? So you gonna get.
Yeah.
And for me, that's why I think you guys have been really, really, really successful.
Yeah.
Because it's a family thing.
Yeah.
Sindio? You believe in what wanna do now,
Yeah.
and they believe so much in you.
So much,
Yeah?
so much, and they always used to they tell me you can do it. Like when I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, or like, you can do it. You know you can do it. You can do it, and we know we can do it. You can do it. So they used to push me, and they were like, you can go and ask for that. I was like, I can. They're like, yes, you can. So ilianza tu hivyo, tukipatiana psych. And for me, I think my biggest dream for Sauti Sol was like, I want them to be known all over Africa. I want them to be superstars, and I want everybody to say that they're superstars, and I will not stop until this happens. And that's why I stopped in 2017, because it's like, Kwanzaa sijui it was 2017 or 2016, they won all Best Africa, like Sound City, MTV, I don't know what. I was like, okay, my job is done. But hiyo ndio ilikuwa payment kwangu. I was looking at the long term. I was like, that's gonna be good payment. It was
a launching pad.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna say I did that. Unajua? I was like, I'm gonna say I made these people big. I'm gonna say we were together. But it's very difficult to be like, I did this, and you were like, just was with somebody for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Maybe I couldn't tell nilikucheza because there's a concert we were doing at Alliance,
okay,
and I wanted it to be live on TV. I mean, not live, but to be featured on Grapevine. And I knew the only way to get it to be played there, nikuja nikuulize ukue MC. Unakumbuka? Ukakamuka MC show yetu. Unakumbuka? Kings of the Arena.
Oh yes.
Unakumbuka?
Sarabi show.
Nimekumbuka. Alafu nikakuwa kwa Grapevine.
Nimekumbuka.
Lazima uwe mjanja saa zingine.
Kulikuwa na alafu ilikuwa main feature.
Main feature. In fact, yuko walikuwa na namshua lazima uingie mara kadhaa ndio. Si wasishie mahali.
You are smart man.
Unaona kuna vile. Kuna vile pia ulitupush mahali. But na huko ni charge, that's not the best part of it, but you've always had.
But kukucharge.
No, like when I came and asked you, like, you already name unaonekana kwa Grapevine,
yeah,
and I really wanted to be a presenter. I mean, MC wa show yetu. Because also inge build profile ya show yetu.
Okay.
In a way, lazima uangalie facets zote.
Yes.
So when I came to you, ukunicha uliniambia, no, hey, napenda ma boy, do sorry, but the only thing when ndakuja na mabeste wawili, hiyo tu. You've always had this good heart ya ku help.
I don't think we are supposed to be charging for some things, especially when I hear people asking artists for money, like to play a song on radio, unajua. I'm like, aren't you being paid at your office? Ulipwi salo wewe, unaitisha artist pesa. Unajua, it's wrong, and I know people do that, and it's very wrong. You know, I never asked anybody for money to feature them, never. And even now, I do stuff for artists, some, especially kama nakupenda. You know, I don't ask, for money to do some of the stuff I do. You know, I ask for money to do promotions for you because that's my job, that's my bread and butter. I have a PR agency. You know, I have to pay my taxes. But there are certain things I do for artists, and I will not ask them for money. For instance, delivering your videos at MTV, at Trace. Kama naenda Nigeria na bebana na videos, na kutisha pesa ya nini? I don't understand. Like, some things, as people who have dedicated ourselves to be working in the industry, kama sisi stakeholders, kuna vitu tunaweza fanya. Unajua, kama hii event, you're not charged to come here, you know. Somebody has put down their money for us all to learn on this. But probably if I was going to host this type of event another place, I'd have to pay for the venue, I'd have to, I don't know, do what. So maybe I would charge you guys. So this is something the stakeholders of this industry like you and Goethe are doing. So there are certain things, I do and I have done, and as a stakeholder, which siwezi charge. Hata kuna siku ingine, like nilitoka pahali job, alafu kuna mtu aliniambia, Nasi tulitumana do pahali, I'm like, ulitumana do wapi? So I realized, like, even in the work I was doing, certain people I was working with were probably getting money from some artists to do some stuff, which I wasn't aware of. Not like nilikuwa nataka cut, but I was just like, that's wrong.
Because I've been a victim of that. I remember there's a time I wanted my band to be featured on Nation newspaper. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the guy who used to write the column is a friend of mine. Skudanganyi, tulihav kutumana Timberland na Jordans, skudanganyi. True story. Na ilini hurt sana hiyo kitu. Hadi sasa tuongelesha nagi. Na bado akakuja show.
Alitisha hizo mbili.
Alitisha, of course he made a feature. And it was
no, but he said I want Timberland.
Alisema Timberland na nini na Jordans nini. Na tukafanya tulikuwa tunataka kwa gazeti. Unajua ile timu na hustle mnataka kuonekana, si ndio?
Kumbe hivyo ndio mlipata main features zile kubwa.
Wewe tu ndio kuchotea. Tunaka kitu. But no iliniumaga sana because I felt like the band I was representing, walikuwa wamefika hapo mali, the country needs to know them. They're bringing a new style, whatever. Like, they need to be there.
Yeah.
Alafu saa karibu sana, show yetu next akakuja, na amepata complimentary, alafu amevaa viatu zile. Hiyo ni madharau yako.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa tunategemea TV then, and I think ilikuwa ni mainly KBC na KTN, maybe walikuwa na magazine shows.
Yeah. Nimekuwa in both worlds, na nimeona vile social media imetransform ikakuwa, king and queen. And I saw that coming. I saw it coming because all the Sauti Sol pages, everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, ata Gmail. I opened all those accounts. Nilijua tu, I was like, I'm going to open these accounts because I know you guys are going to be stars. I know someone is going to hog these accounts and then we'll have to pay them or something. That was the first thing I thought when I was opening the accounts. And then later, after opening them, I thought, oh, we could use this account to promote ourselves, because every time we go to the media, people, they're like, you guys are boring and they don't have a song. You see, for Sauti Sol, we started the career and we started promo before there was any song recording. Hakukuwa hata na one song recording, but we had a career, we had fans following. Unajua tunaimba tu mavitu hapo, tuna post ma pictures, hype. Naonaga Facebook ikinikumbusha 9 years ago nimepost na hao hapo alios. I'm like, meet my superstars. Like, hata hiyo siku alikuwa ameparara, but I was like, calling them superstars. So tulianza tu hivyo. Alafu, like, the first concert we did, I think the first concert we did was at Allianz. Me and Chim went to the director, her then, and we were like, sini students hapa na tunaimba poa sana, unafaa kutupatia space. And she was like, okay. Tukapatiwa space. And then the second concert, which I think was professional and well marketed, was actually here at Goethe. I mean marketed, kulikuwa paka na poster, unajua. I don't think even our first concert had a poster. You know, we just told friends, we just posted on.
How many people came to that
We
show?
had 100 people. Yeah, we had 100 people. That time Sauti had not even one song. But all our friends were there, all my friends. I told my friends, if you're my friend and you don't show up, never talk to me after this. Unajua, family members, I used to take the numbers of sisters, brothers. Most you can't, like, can you pull the president of America? So we were like, sasa ata dance aje if we can't pull him. And me, I'm sitting there in the meeting with Sauti Sol and I'm like, I want this dance to trend. But I'm like, but ata dance aje. You know, so we entered State House with very clear objectives as to what we wanted to come out with that night. They had the responsibility to perform well and have Obama dance some way. And I remember BN said, I don't want Obama to dance by himself. Like, I want him to dance with Uhuru. We're like, you ita happen aje. You know, the honorable president. And for me, I was just like, mimi nita capture your video. So, nilikuwa nimeandika caption. You know, I had the caption ready. I saved the caption. It was like in my email or something. So I was just like, dance, post. Because I'm like, hakuna mtu mwingine ana posti video before me. Hakuna mtu mwingine ana take credit for this video before me. And me is Sauti Sol. So we went, walikuwa na perform. Kulikuwa na watu wa security. Oh, like these American people with the suits, with the thing here. Unajua, alafu amesimama hivi, anashikashika huko, I'm like, maybe it's a gun. They're just standing on the wall. They were standing. They were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the place was like dinner tables. So you could just see like the who's who, ma CEOs wa companies, unaona tu ma celebrities, ma personalities, wengine wakubwa sana, unawasikianga tu. Then the funny thing, where the performance was, where the stage was, it was like at the back. It was a weird setup because where the president was, the presidents, they were sitting at the end. So that was the front, this was the back. So the stage was at the back. And so we were like, wako mbali, at a dance aje unajua. So when they started performing, I think, so BN is always like ule mjuaji. Alianza tu kushuka hapo, anaimba. Anaona mtu anasema, ni aje, celeb, anaona celeb mwingine, oh, hi Caroline, anaona mtu mwingine anaenda hivyo, creep tu, mpaka akafika huko karibu na president, kufika hapo akaanza kudance mavitu hapo. So I think President Obama is cool, and we all know our president is cool. Like, I believe that they knew how to do that dance, because the moment they stood up, they just started to do the dance, you know. They didn't have to show Obama, like, do it like this. He just started doing it. I think when he came to Kenya, he probably asked people, like, what's the thing trending? Because he just stood up and started doing the dance. And so the dance happened. And for me, when I saw them going that side, I stood up with my phone and I was just pretending like I'm on phone, I'm texting, like I'm seeing somebody, naenda kwa meza and saying, oh, sorry, si wewe. Naenda kwa meza ingine najifanya nataka kuongelesha mtu. Then the security people are looking at you like, unaenda wapi, unafanya nini? So when I saw the dance happening, I just took the video and posted it and put my caption, and it was like less than 1 minute, and we were trending worldwide.
Yeah, and it did wonders to that song.
Yeah, man, and it did wonders to the brand. Like, sijaiona so much media attention and people emailing me, emailing us. Alafu, most of the international media, like the E-News, Ata CNN and BBC, they're not going to post your video without asking you. So they were emailing me saying, could we post this? Could we give you credit? And I was like, yes.
You know, what I like about the story is your preparation. You had a mission. Like, whatever eventuality, anything it happen, mnajua clearly this is what we're going to do. And it's capturing a moment, which I think is a good lesson to artists, that mna need to realize there might be a given opportunity, but lazima ukwe prepared. That work na luck, sindio? So I was lucky. But they were so clear that in case it happened, even that ulikuwa umereta the caption.
Yeah, man. Alafu, there's one thing I learned from BN. I can tell you guys for free. BN always told me to prepare for an opportunity. You know, prepare yourselves for an opportunity. Everybody has a vision, you know, for their art, for their craft, for their hustle, for their music, for the brands they're working on, for the projects you're working on. Everybody wants to do something with someone. Some people want to collaborate with the Goethe, some people want, to get an opportunity for their artists to be on TV and stuff. If a producer calls you and says, I need somebody to perform on TV tonight, are you sure your artist is going to come through? Are you sure they're going to do a proper performance? That means amekuwa kirihas. Shout out to the girls.
Wendo manzi wa kwanza kukaa na mimi kwa hii kikao. Nice. So far naduaje?
Unadu poa sana. Nilikuwa nataka tu niende na direction yako and so far so good.
Niko fiti. Unaweza presenter fulani.
Kabisa, unaweza.
Wewe niongeleshea wasee, najua kuna vile lazima utafute ni hustle, tuko hustling. Ndio. But then now you're not just ukikam kumaliza job na Sauti Sol, already ulikuwa expand wings zako. You're working with artists around East Africa, uko Coke Studio.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I stopped working with Sauti Sol, and I didn't even stop working with them, I just stopped being their publicist. Bado tunawak pamoja, because my company does PR for their artists, Soul Generation, and my company also did some PR for them, some projects. But I stopped working in-house, and I'm no longer their publicist. And what people don't know is I stopped because I wanted to do the same for other artists. It's not for any other reason, but ilikuwa hard sana nikiwa in-house, because kuna vitu mob tuko na work together on. Unajua, when you dedicate yourself to your craft, ukishaenda studio, unajua uwezi anza kutoka kwa studio umeenda kusalimia mabesti yako anakupigia or something. If you have an artist and you're a publicist, you're a manager of the artist, uwezi kuwa na your band and then you call your band and you're like, oh, I have to go meet another artist for something else. Like, come on. And I don't like double dealing. I don't like doing people bad. So I was just like, I think I have to leave because mi nataka kuwork na watu wengine, watu wengi. But the problem is, I've started working with Coke Studio as the publicist of Coke Studio, and of course, Coke Studio pays me for that. But nilikuwa na work na so many other artists. Nilikuwa nimefungua social media accounts for Anyiko PR, which was my PR company at that time. Nilikuwa tu nasema niko na company, but I didn't have a company. That means it wasn't registered, unajua. So, alafu nilikuwa tu naandika vitu kwa social media, I'm like, our team. But ilikuwa ngatu mimi, sikuwa hata na team then. But the worst thing is...
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. But the worst thing is I'm leaving Sauti Sol. I'm leaving, working with this big brand. Everybody is calling me the Sauti Sol girl. The girl. Everybody tu anajua tu, huyu ni Anyiko Sauti. So I'm like, nitaenda kwanza aje. Alafu, first, I wasn't even making money from all the artists I was working with because nilikuwa na invest in those artists, showing them what I can do. I had worked with so many artists, apart from Coke Studio, I wasn't getting paid by anybody. But the artists who you work with, and then they're like, what is your fee? Then they're like, tunakupatia 20,000. I'm like, sure. Sikuwa naitisha do because bado sikuwa sure what I'm doing. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm at that time I'm a media personality, wannabe publicist. So I was feeling like it's not right to maybe ask for money to do something. You're not a full out publicist. I feel like Seleniko on the fence. I wasn't confident by asking for money because that project, that thing, to various stakeholders. It could be to the media, it could be to the general audience, it could be to different stakeholders. That is the role of PR. And this role can be taken up by so many people. There's some artists who are their own PR people. The only challenge I see when different people take this role of PR is the consistency. The consistency and, what is the word? It's just then there's always a breakdown of the narrative. Unajua, when I start to say your story right now, I'm doing your PR for a whole year, I'm saying your story, then somebody else is telling your story after this year, another person. Sometimes unapata hata hakuna connection between that person and this person, and so sometimes someone says something about you, and then someone else says something or writes something about you, which is not the same thing. So it's important to have the consistency of the narrative. And to me, I think that is most important. That's the most important way of building a brand, and that is the most important thing of a publicist. And a lot of people think like a publicist or a PR person, akona contacts kwa simu, atapigia mtu, a book interview, but it's more than that. I mean, if I had a career because I can call people, everyone here should be a publicist, unajua? So it's not about calling a TV station and saying, can you host Okinawa tomorrow? You know, why am I hosting Okinawa? You know, why is the person supposed to be hosting Okinawa? And who is Okinawa? And why is it relevant to my show? So the job of a publicist is to not just create the connection, but create believable connections, you know, connections that bring value to both the artist and the media. And that's where you kill the point at which people ask you for money, because many times someone is like, I'm doing you a favor, so you need to pay me. But me, I'm going to approach the media. I always say, you're going to miss me, you're going to miss my artist, and you're going to call me for my artist.
So, kwa hiyo journey yako ya Sauti Sol, just, and it's about branding.
Yeah.
From your time, ukisema BN na magoti zimeparara, to what they've become now.
Yeah.
Because I remember there's a time they were absent kwa industry kidogo, then wakitokea Buma Boy Joe, yeah, Kifunini, Pendi Shati. No, nasema like outlook ya band, yeah, you know. I'm a guy, but I was like, wow, this is interesting, yeah, you know. Yeah. And also in a way, like, in a complement whatever kind of music they were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to say that you know, branding is important, of course, but I would also like to say that Sauti Sol are very artistic individuals. They care for their aesthetic. And even in the beginning, when we had like the music video of Lazizi, which I mean all their videos in the beginning, because nilikuwa naenda huko na mabeste wangu, I'm just like carrying my friends, and I used to carry my clothes and carry my makeup, you know, like Lazizi video. You can see some sort of coordination, like wanaimba on stage, you know, na watu wamevaa t-shirts. Yes, the t-shirts zimeandikwa Sauti Sol, but you're like, there's some coordination, unajua. But this time, bado I'm seeing artists get on stage na sioni coordination, unajua. So I think it's very important as an artist to know that when am I performing, when am I in character, and when am I not in character. Sasa una get on stage, sasa unaenda interview, sasa unaenda events, you know, you need to show up like nimekuja event, unajua. So always Sauti Sol walikuanga na some sort of coordination. Even in the beginning, it's like akukuwa na do, but you could see like walikuwa na hiyo potential, right? So when the money started coming and the ideas started flowing, and we started researching, looking outward, you know, thinking, what kind of aesthetic are we looking for? When we started to challenge our intellectual and our creative direction, you started seeing the brand coming out. You started to see us, how we were pushing. You know, we were pushing. Behind the scenes, we were pushing. Like, we were pushing. Like, we even did a photo shoot with Osborne Macharia before everybody knew Osborne Macharia's name. But I saw the guy as like, mtu ako na potential mbaya sana na ni creative mbaya. I was like, I want us to be part of this, you know, before everybody. But now, kina Osborne, wanaitwa paka Hollywood kufanya stuff, unajua. But it's not like the people who can create the best looks are not in Kenya. Unajua, we're looking so far. The creatives are right here. Even the video, which video was this sexy video? Nishike. Shot here, unajua. Enos did that.
It was an amazing video. Me really like.
Thanks.
Really like. Me really like. Wase si lazima mwende gym, eh? Tafadhali kana hali yako, pigana. Si Bob Marley alikuwa na hakuwa na kifua, si ndio? Tulikuwa tunamjua na jeans, si ndio? But branding, I know, truly, and like you're saying, you know, consistency, and telling a story. Because I think there are lots of musicians who are not a story.
Na story pia, ni look. Pigeni photo shoots, please. Like, I still receive so many emails, hazina artwork, unajua, naambia artist send me your picture, it's low res. It actually doesn't cost much to do photo shoots. If possible, I would advise artists to do photo shoots even twice a year. Like, I personally do a photo shoot once a year, but who am I? I'm not an artist, you know. I'm an artist, but not your type of artist. You know, I'm not like going on stage or something. But this will really help your branding in terms of your communication materials, like your bio, your profile, your tech rider. You know, you need to have a tech rider. You need to have your portfolio, which shows specific projects you work on, you know, your profile. Hata picha ya social media inafaa kukaa poa. So do photo shoots. It's not expensive. Like, I can help you find places to do this, but that's part of branding. Unajua, unaweza, if you have a great story, but someone sees the image and it's not good, then it still doesn't match. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but everybody in the world of entertainment is judging a book by its cover. If you bring your CD na hapo juu inakaa vizuri, vibaya, no one is going to listen to that CD. I'm telling you the truth. So it starts with vile tu your face na picha inakaa.
Nadhani vile wengi wetu tumekuwa kwa chat. Tulikuwa tunasema sikiza message si sauti. We've taken that joke too far. Yeah? So I'll open this to the to the gallery. Yeah? So ndaget question 3 kutoka huku na question 3 kutoka huku. Sawa.
By the way, shout out to all my friends. Nawaona. Everyone is my friend. Kama wewe si best yangu, wewe ni best yangu leo, but I see you. Nawaona.
Nini ulistua watu, ulisema utaleftisha watu.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Anyiko, you're my friend. You told me I'm glowing. Thank you.
You're welcome. We met outside and I was like, hey, that face.
Yeah, thank you. But that's not what, I wanted to ask you something. Though I thought maybe we wouldn't get this chance, maybe I'd ask you later, but I think it's important I ask it now. I was thinking, I might be wrong, I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyone can correct me. I was thinking, in Kenya, we have, besides artists who sing, besides actors and actresses, we are overlooking dancers. Most ladies think dancing is twerking. Twerking is part of dancing, like bachata or any other type of dance. So I was wondering, have you ever tried to explore the world of dance? Because I'm a dancer. Okay, I'm just a dancer, like, don't ask me for my work. Me, I'm a dancer. Me, dance by the way. Na dance vibaya.
But
say
but
dance,
there's a DJ here. Unaweza chezewa music dance.
Wait, say dance.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, I'll send you my videos. But no, I was just wondering, like, do you explore art in form of dance, not just twerking, more than I love ethic, more than ethic and ochunglo videos. Like, if I ask you to dance, can you do a 5-minute power moves, and can you shake the world when you make it your stage? So I'm wondering, have you ever thought of that? Maybe yeah.
Okay. Even the media scene, you need to explain to them how a producer is an artist, how a dancer is an artist, how a stylist is an artist. So I think there's a lot of room for growth in just us sensitizing ourselves, like all of us creatives are artists. And when we know and believe that we're truly artists, we'll treat ourselves as such. So when I'm saying stuff like, you are an artist, you need a photo shoot, you know, you need a promo for your dance, this applies to you too. Unajua, if you say you're an artist and I'm a dancer, you know, where is your profile as a dancer? You know, you need these 2 videos. Squeezing on dancers and kama makeup artists, they do a lot of the IG videos. And how to do this is, unangoja ile hit song imetokezea. Unajua, the song that everybody is singing to or dancing to, because that thing is trending already. Go do a dance to that, tag the artist, probably the artist ataenda a repost. Because your artists are at a repost, kuna artists wengine wanamfollow, they probably call you and say, come for a video shoot, unajua. And then use every occurrence that you have for your career to build you to the next platform. You know, so by the time una approach Sauti Sol to feature in the video, you're like, and I was in Calligraph's video as well. I'm done, watch, here's a link. Unajua, that's how you build and build. And then with time, you've gotten your monies, you've put in the bank, and you're like, okay, I can spare 20K for some promo or something. But the reason why a lot of artists are not sparing any money for promo is because they're not even maybe getting the money for the thing they're doing, you know. So it starts with you pushing and promoting that to get on appearances that you can use to get a gig that will actually pay you. And I'm willing to work with anyone else, like ata kama ni wewe, you know, we can always agree on something. Ata working with you is also advising you, you know, you come into my office and me telling you, this is what you need to do. Nobody pays me for consultation. I seen a consultation fee. So if you come to me and I advise you, I've already worked with you. So I'm open and willing.
Thanks.
Habari zenu. So, mi naitwa Nelmo, and I know at a certain point there's a time where I was trying to reach up to you. I'm an artist, I'm a musician, and maybe my question will be, najua ni kitu artist wengi who struggle nayo. Because maybe before last year kienda kuisha, after tumeanza kuona kina Ethic and other, the gengeton artists getting into the media, and media ikienda kuwatafuta.
Yeah.
In the previous years, for you to be taken as a serious artist, ilikuwa lazima uko kwa TV ama kwa radio. And I'm one of the victims wenye nimeitishwa do sana.
Okay.
And I think maybe I captured something that you have to also know the people working with. Because I was trying to find people on work na mimi, but pia wao walikuwa hapo tu juu ya do, kuna kitu kingine, unajua. Because there are so many artists. So my question would be, is it necessary for TV for you to be a big artist? Because not everyone is on social media, but so many people are. But also, how do you equate ile do unatumia on your project work as an artist to how, because of course everyone is in music as a business. Kweka do mali haitawahi rudi. So how do you equate the amount of investment you're putting into your music to what you reap back?
Okay, your first question, if you have to be on TV, yes, you have to be on TV because you have to be on the media. Media is broadcast, which is TV, radio, and then there's print, which is newspapers, magazines, all that. Then there's online digital, which is the websites. And these days, the traditional forms of media went online. So kama ni gazeti Daily Nation utaipata online. Kama ni Kiss 100 radio utaipata online. So as much as you target the traditional media, you must target the online media as well. That is one. Two, it's not possible, or it can be possible to be on all TVs, you know. But I would actually advise that you do your research, you know, the job of a publicist. And I'm like, niko na video nataka kutumia, what is your email address? So kuna place unaweza anza even though you don't have a publicist. You know, you must find out what are the shows that are playing music that is similar to mine. Because you also can't get on maybe a station that your music doesn't fit. And I think there's easy stations in a play, local music, every day, like KBC Club 1. The producer of KBC Club 1 is my guy. Unajua, anachezanga to all music. I can give you his contact. You can even leave your videos at the gate atapatiwa. But me, I'll just call him and be like, weka yo song kwa show ya siku gani, kitu kama hiyo. Unajua, same thing with KTN, they play music, hata sijui inaitwaje hiyo show. You know, the beat always was there, now it's changed to something else. Kiss TV iko, Switch TV iko, unajua. It's just like you would. So there's a time when even the producer sees your music, and even I'll call them and say, play this music, and they will not play it. Then after 2-3 months, they see this song is popping, or this artist is popping, or they see a dope picture on Instagram. They're like, I think I had received an email or something. So it usually happens that sometimes songs or projects even pick up even after 6 months. Imagine. So we're patient. And when you pay for PR, or when you pay for marketing, or when you do the marketing, maybe you're even paying for sponsorships on social media. I sponsored this thing. Sijaona nani wana comment hapa. Unajua, kuna tu watu wameona, maybe they're following you, they're waiting for another project, and then so sometimes you don't see it translating immediately, but you have to be consistent, because with consistency, whoever you're targeting will start to follow your brand, and you start to see results. But I'm afraid the results don't come so early. Like, it's like just believing. It's a blind project. But think about it this way. you're investing in your career for life. Unajua, you're not intending to be giving up in 10 years. Unless kama una intend to give up in 10 years, you'll be like, I'll be doing this for 10 years. After 10 years, kama sijakuwa successful, I change my career. You know, give yourself a timeline. Even tell yourself, I'm giving myself 2 years to see what my investment and consistency will give me back. I trust you me, it will give you back something.
Hi everyone. Hello Anyiko.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in terms of building networks, I want you to address how someone can be able to build networks and keep those networks, even if you have money or when you don't have money, because not all connections or not all networks require monetary value, but there are those that probably require. Even still, most of us don't know how to make good connections and network with people the right way. You're probably in a room full of musicians and you just cannot be able to go and approach someone and say what it is you want to say. So maybe if you could touch on that.
Are you talking like as a
relationship before they can...
Kenya, like in the context of Kenya, I think we are a bit, sijui kama we are shy, but even in my experience working with Sauti Sol, like we got a lot of feedback, like on social media, people just saying, you guys are dope, or I saw you past the mall or something, but we didn't get a lot of that, like on location or on the streets. You know, people will always send you a message as an artist and say, nilikuwa na, hata mimi watu wananiambia ati nilikuwa na kwa boda. I'm like, sasa ungenisalimia tu saa hizo or something. You know, people will say I saw you or something when something reminds them of you, but when you're with them, they're not going to do that. So I think the first rule of networking is to create an impression, right? Because you meet so many people, especially at events, even concerts, this type of gatherings. Everyone is like, my name is this, my name is this, my name is this. When you go home, hautakumbuka hizo majina, but you'll probably remember what somebody said they do. And for artists, I think the easiest plug is to be like, a Roche, I have an album, it's on iTunes, and like follow me on social media. Unajua, I think as an artist, it's really good to plug your music. Alafu mtu asema nikienda, if I just go to Boomplay, I'll find you. You're like, yes, you'll find me, because they will find you. I personally use my social media to plug myself. Like when I meet people, they're like, I want to call you, I want to talk to you. I just tell you, please go to my social media. My email is there. Enda tu nitumie email iko hapo already. It's so much faster for me and easier than carrying cards. I have cards, I don't even carry my cards. So I think the first thing is when you go out and meet people, don't be afraid to approach them. Don't be afraid to stand up and say who you are and you know, ask for a contact. Alafu, when you ask for the contact, you're supposed to follow up. Unajua, if you ask somebody, hi, I'm a publicist. Where are you from? I'm from KTN. What do you do? Can I have your contact? Sasa unachukua your contact, then you don't ever send a text or something. If you're an artist, it would be good to, you say, oh, I'll send you my music. Maybe you can put it on your platform. If I'm a publicist, I'm going to be like, what is your show? I'll send you music and you can see if it's going to work for you. So because I work with different artists, I'll send them even 10 of my last releases, and I'm like, these are the last 10 things we were promoting. You know, tell me what you think. But here's the secret. If you create a contact, you have to keep up with that contact. So this is the hard part, because when you don't keep up with the contact, people feel like you only called me when you needed me. Unajua, and even some people have told me that, because I can't be communicating with every person. I'm lucky because I was a media personality before I got into PR. So a lot of the media people, they were already my friends because we were peers. You know, some of them, we went to uni around the same time. We didn't go to the same universities, but you knew like who's the media person who's just got into KTN. Somehow tulikuwa tunajuana as peers. So that helped me because a lot of people were already my friends. And for those who are artists or want to be PR people, and you're not a media personality, na hauna your background, your friendship with them, you just have to create friendship with them. And you don't necessarily have to give people money for media opportunities, but you have to appreciate people. You know, if you research and see what's happening around Africa in the entertainment scene, some journalists are being spoiled all over Africa. Ni hapa tu Kenya watu wanasafa bado. Unajua, like there's a time Davido put out a song, And all the radio presenters for like morning shows, they were given an iPhone 6, right? Then there's a time when Diamond did his birthday party in Tanzania, and he invited 50 journalists. Each of them was given, I think, either $300 or $500. Unajua? So there's no problem deciding to give something or do something for your networks. There's no problem. You know, we might not have much to give them, but what can we do? Like for us, sometimes I could just send emails and say thank you. That is something. Sometimes if it's like December, we'd send cards and say happy holidays. And I remember with Sauti Sol, we used to gift albums, we used to gift flowers. We used to even just bring flowers and just bring flowers, you know, and someone's like, wow, you brought me flowers. So you have to find ways of appreciating your contacts. You know, sometimes you can also go out with them, like for drinks, for lunch, and also, what is it called? Like pick their brains. Because some of these contacts, they can actually give you so much advice and insight on what's happening in the media space. You can even meet somebody at an event and they say, I'm a researcher, you know, I do reports. So you meet with the person and start to ask him stuff like, tell me what are the biggest station, what's the best times, those type of things. You need those type of stats for your work as an artist, as a publicist, as a marketer. And these things are always changing. So find friends in places, friends who will give you information that is worthy to help push your brand. You know, find out where these companies doing research are. Find a friend there, you know, subscribe to the newsletters. Even Google sends, and it's like a monthly email on top searches. You need to be seeing that, because there's sometimes artists are there, you know, find out how's Jimmy Gate on the top searches and I'm not. You know, what are these artists doing who are getting here? How comes these artists are getting here and I'm not? So it's just a lot of work, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Wagwan, how you guys doing? Hi, Anyiko.
Oh, hi.
My name is Ashton Lawrence, the eyeliner monarch, and my question is about branding.
Yes.
So, personally, I've come to this place where I have this whole monochromatic look going on, pairs it with this and that eyeliner wings now and then, so it's become like a thing. So guys will be like, oh, you're the guy with the eyeliner. I'm like, yeah, I am. And well, today I feel very out of character because my face is like really plain.
Yeah,
but
because I'm like, I don't see no eyeliner.
You don't see no eyeliner. So
the consistency today is off.
The consistency is off today, but it's okay. So my question is based on your visual identity as well as your musical identity and your fans. So should I, as an alternative artist, because I have alternative topics I talk about, an alternative sound I talk about, an alternative look as well, that is not what everyone's used to seeing. So should I sound like what everyone else sounds like on radio right now? Should I dress?
Okay, hey, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I think you should always stay true to who you are and authentic to who you are. But when you want to break it into any industry or place, there are certain things you have to give away to break it into the industry. For instance, I'll give you an example. When we started with Sauti Sol, a lot of the music that we were producing was kind of like the music. It almost sounded like some type of live music. It wasn't pop music in the beginning, right? And then it had to get to a point when we realized we're not on radio. We're still not playing on radio, you know. So we sat down and said we have to make a decision to make music for the radio because we wanted to get on radio, you know. But that doesn't mean that Sauti Sol decided that they will not be them or they will not be producing that type of music, because if you had their album or if you hear their albums, there are some Sauti Sol albums you hear songs you hear in the album, and you know a song, it's not gonna be playing somewhere on the radio, you know. So sometimes as an artist, you have to give some to get some, and the question is, how much are you willing to give to get some, you know? And there are a lot of artists who never gave up anything, and they're where they are today, you know, the likes of, hata nimesahau. Kama nani? Yes, kama Ayubogada, unajua, legendary artist, one of the first Kenyans to ever be on a world tour. And until last year when, I don't know, he was sick, bado anakuwa sampled with Kanye West, like, who are you? So, yeah. Even Eric Wainaina, even his new album is still Eric. Amesema mi hakuna times inani change, and it's a dope album.
Hi. Hi, Nigo.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Brian. I'm a graphic designer, and what I wanted to ask is basically what you do generally. You bring artists together, from TV to radio to music to, you bring different brands together. Now, what happens when all these brands you're bringing together clash? When there's a clash of ideas, when you can't be able to coordinate all the things that are going on at a particular given moment?
I think, first of all, when you're a professional, you should be able to juggle things of sorts. Like, if you're a professional, you can't have things or ideas clashing. You know, you have to know, what do I need to do so that I don't clash with these people? For instance, niko na media tour mbili on the same week. How can I be at 2 different places on the same week? You know, that's why my company has a media tour manager, because I will go here, she will go here. The other thing, uwezi kuwa na tuseme a media tour happening, or you have an interview with an artist, and then the same time decide kwenda kuona artist mwingine, alafu unaenda unapost kwa Instagram, niko hapa na hangout na Irosh. So hiyo nimetuma Sauti Sol wameenda kwa station by themselves. You know, they're going to be like, our publicist is hanging out with some other artists in the hotel and we're here. So I think for me, I can only speak for myself and my company. We don't segregate, you know, we don't treat any artist any less than the other, and every single person will get the very same approach, respect, and like just the way we work with you will be similar, whether you're a graphic designer, whether you're festival owner, whether you're a music artist, you know, we'll always be with you wherever you're going, always be with you. Always be with you. Hatujai tuma artist aende pahali peke yake. Jua atafika kwa gate ataanza kwamba wewe ni nani, unajua? We don't want those type of vibes. So we'll always be there with you, and if we have different people, we'll send different people around. And then my job is not about bringing people to the stations and stuff. My job is more than that, because I'm briefing the media on what we're coming to do, and I'm at tomorrow, because tukishamaliza media tour and then what, unajua? So that's what I was saying, like the job of a publicist or a marketer is more than just creating that media opportunity. It's like, we got an opportunity, what are we going to do with this opportunity? There are also times when you go to the radio station or TV station and you get so much great feedback, and the station is like, wow, we got such great feedback, what else can we do? For instance, when we released the Soul Generation Artist with Sauti Sol, we got really great feedback when Ben Soul came out with his first song. And the people, we took them to the BBC Africa for an interview, and the BBC guys were like, the people really love this interview, what else can we do? I told them, we can do like a performance at your office after like 3 months, and you guys can put it on your Instagram live. And they're like, cool. So actually we did a performance with Niviri last week on Friday. Today we did one with Ben Soul. So the work of a publicist, the work of a marketer is to get the next opportunity from the opportunities that you have. Like, you shouldn't even worry about the clash, but it's about like after opportunity, where else do we go? But you can't be like, well, we already got on TV, my job is done. You know, a lot of artists approach me and they're like, I just want to be on Kiss, I want to be on Ghetto Radio. After Ghetto Radio, your job is not done. When you're the biggest artist in Kenya, what about Tanzania? What about Uganda? What about some other country? So, yeah. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Diana, a publicist, actually learning and growing in this line of profession. So my concern is on the line of the pressure I get from the management. I work with upcoming artists. So then these artists, they release songs, you prepare the press release, you distribute to media persons and all that. And then these guys, they're like, okay, we've released a song, why are we not on TV? Ethic is everywhere, Sauti Sol is everywhere. What about us? So they come back to me, like, we released the song, what's going on? And the point is, you get the press release out there. You forward their songs to almost everyone. So I do my research to my boss, another pressure. So he's like, he wants me to be like this. And I'm actually on the path to grow myself I'm learning, I'm trying to discover myself.
Okay.
I'm learning, and then he's like, you're supposed to do this and that. I go out of my way. You meet these people. Okay, it's not easy out there. You meet these presenters, the producers, and all that. They'll tell you this, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I went to the Standard. I met this and this. I talked to this and this. I told them this and this is what I want. But at the end of the day, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So my question is, how do I handle the pressure? Because I'm also trying to discover myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to grow myself.
Okay, guys, clap for this lady. It's okay, because I feel you, the pressure is real. Hey, ukipatiwa kazi unaanza kulizwa, why am I not on TV? I don't know what. So let me just give you a few tips because we need to finish. You know, you see, Ndetu is looking at me like keep quiet. First of all, it takes about 2 weeks to see I don't want to say to see the success of a project, but to see to be able to review the project, right? About 2 weeks. So it will take you about 2 weeks to have a report that you're confident in. Sometimes after 5 days, client, artist is like, let me see. Alafu unataka kumtumia vitu kama 3, you're like, this is all I got. Unajua, unapaka unasikia aibu. So sometimes just tell them to give you a week to do a mini report and 2 weeks to do a full report. Then the other thing, to get for your news item to be most effective, please target Monday and Tuesday. And then send the emails at 6 a.m. Even at 3 a.m., you can send at 3 a.m. so that when someone comes to the office, the first thing they see, ama asubuhi, don't send like in the afternoon. And then that way you can also get into the newspapers like on Friday and Saturday. So that's a good way. But when you have to release something like on Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday, you know it will be until your week ingine. And the problem with the other week is that when the people come to the office on Monday, there's some new news and they feel like this was old news from last week. And then also give people time to read their emails. You know, sometimes give people even 2 days, even 1 week. I notice sometimes you send out a press release and it's not published even until 1 week. So sometimes you call them, they say, oh, we saw it, we're still waiting to publish it. And then sometimes when you call them, they're like, you're annoying us, you know, because you're not my editor or something. So it's a very tricky situation, but the pressure is real. As in, find a way of letting off the pressure. You know, sometimes, mapoka na kichwa, sometimes I'm like, sijui kama nitapata pressure, unajua. Then sometimes I'm also pushing my team, and they're like, ni nini mbaya na huyo Anyiko, unajua. But it's because I'm getting a lot of pressure from the artist or the client. So it's hard to maintain, but we have to keep our cool, unajua. And then as a publicist, as a PR person, you can never lose your cool. You can never lose your cool. You can't be pissed off at the client. You can't be pissed off at the media people, because your job is to make your client happy. Your job is to make the media person happy. So even when they're very pissed off, the best you can tell your client, I'll do better, I'll research more, give me more time. Na ukisema more time 2 days and 2 days, but it's not happened, tell him it's not happened, guess what, I've been working on it. Then you need to have your backup. You know, if you're emailing people and they're not responding, you need to take screenshots and show them, see, I've been emailing. Because kuna watu wanasema they are doing it, they are not. But for me, I'm like, if I tell you I did it, at least I can show that I sent it out. Their clients will even going to ask you, can I see emails you're sending out? Unajua? So lazima umuonyeshe. You know, I can't give you my contacts, but I can take a screenshot. Even when you're chatting with people saying, did you say the song? Wanna blue tick? Take a screenshot and show the client and say, I'm being blue ticked, honor.
Wow, so parting shots. Yeah, mimi nimelan vitu kadhaa. Being persistent. Yeah. Usije kuogopa, never usione haya, si ndio?
Yes.
Skuma. Ingine ni always your networks are your net worth. I think I keep saying this all the time. Kila mse una meet, kuna vile wana connect. Sijui aje, sijui ni fate, but kuna kuaganio connection.
Yeah.
Ya tatu, friend raise. Sa, kama mimi ni best yako, nda feel obliged kukusaidia, kuwork na wewe, si ndio? Ukinitreat ka stranger tu ende na kucall tu sasa nataka kucheza Nairobi jams sijui nini. Hivyo ndio tutakaa, si ndio? Ja online. Sa, meet watu kwa industry, keep hizo contacts. Make best now. Ita brand mwambie ni aje, hata kama pigagi kitu, yo kunywa juice, mpiga mzinga za juice, si ndio? Made nazo. Ama vipi, si ndio? Lazima ujue kuwork na wase, si ndio? Hakuna tu kitu, you can have the best publicist na nini, but pia mwenyewe kama ujemesei itakuwa ngumu, si ndio? So my dear, nafurahi sana that tumekam leo.
Asante.
Wow, from February nimekuwa nakutafuta. Sijatafuta manzi long hivyo. But it's been amazing. Hard to get, lakini umekam. Oh my dear, I'm so happy. I know how busy you are, and thank you for your time. And I wish you all the best, because I know where udema anapeleka nchi yetu. Sawa, ka publicist. Sawa. So anything unaona kwa Coke Studio, kuna mtu yuko behind. Nataka waonekanagi.
Siko on Coke Studio now. Sitaki mashida.
But umedu vitu amazing huko.
Thank you. I've worked there since 2015, but now I'm not on contract.
Anyiko PR, check it out. Si ndio? Vile amesema doors zake ziko open, akwage mchoyo. Sawa. But pia si kiplani, si ndio? Msiende tena line huko ni kama mnapiga kura. Sawa. So hit online, yuko kwa Instagram Anyiko
Owoko, and